going, guys? Wood turning, me back with another video. Today I will not be doing wood turning, but I'm going to be doing a axe restoration. So this is an axe that my granddad's had for quite a long time now, and I decided I was going to do a restoration video on it. As you can see, it's quite rusty and has quite a few divots in it, and it's just dirt and rust. So I'm going to upcycle it. What I'm going to do is, to get the most of the rust off, I will be putting it into a basin full of vinegar. So we'll go down now and I'll show you how to do it. So guys, what we need to do is we need to take our axe head and put it into a container, and then we cover the axe head and fill the container with vinegar, and the vinegar helps eat the rust away. Now you can also use Coke, but I don't have Coke, so I'm using vinegar. Now, as you can see, I do need to add a bit more in, but I have some more in the house, but I won't bore you with that. But that's pretty much it. We'll leave this now for 2 to 3 days, and then we'll come back and we'll start making the handle and we'll brush off the rust. So in the axe restoration video. So in the last video, you saw that I left the axe in a basin full of vinegar, and as you can see, when I put it in, the vinegar was transparent, and now it's gone brown. That's because all the acid has eaten at the rust. Now, as you can see, there is a lump hammer head in it, but that's for another video. What we're going to do is we're going to take out our axe head, and as you can see, it already looks better. I'm going to lay it out on the table, and we're going to put that away. Now what I have is, I have a steel brush. What we're going to do is we're just going to scrape the axe. Just going to wipe it. And what the vinegar did was, the acid in the vinegar ate away at the rust, making it more, well, easier to take off. So I'm just going to grab some tissue now and just wipe the head. As you can see, it already looks a lot better. So if you remember, before we put it in vinegar, it was rusty and it just looked in really bad shape. Now, after being in the vinegar, it's not shiny, but it's definitely gotten most of the rust off, and it's a lot cleaner than it was. Just wipe off the dirt. That's what it looks like. A lot shinier than it was, but not too shiny. So what I'm gonna do is, there is bits of wax inside of the eye, which I'm not able to get out. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to lay it in the vinegar for another 2 to 3 days, and then we'll polish it and we'll start making a handle. So once we get, so guys, I have my mask, my gloves and my earmuffs on for air protection when using the angle grinder. So I'm going to put on the other glove and then we'll start using the angle grinder. Guys, I just wanted to say that I did have an adult watching me when I was using the power tool. Always make sure that you have an adult watching, and always wear goggles, masks and gloves. Thank you, guys. So guys, that is one of the sides. We're just going to flip it around. I also forgot to mention that I do have a pair of goggles on. So put it back in the vise, make sure everything's tight, because the last thing you want is it falling out when you're using it. So let's get back. And everything is tight. So put back on your gloves and your earmuffs. There we go, all tight. guys, that is done. I still have my mask and my goggles on. Make sure that it's cold. You don't want to be picking up anything too hot. And now what we'll do is we'll go back over hand sand it and get those grooves over. So, see you in a minute, guys. Guys, I have two different pieces of sandpaper. So guys, that's what I'm going to do for the sanding. I'll get back to you as soon as that's done. So see you in a minute, guys. Okay guys, so I spent the past 15-20 minutes sanding it. Now I'm just going to use the file and take down these lumps on the inside. So guys, that's basically what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get back to you as soon as I do that. So see you in a minute, guys. So guys, that's pretty much it for that bit. Now I'm going to start drawing out and shaping the handle. So guys, just doing a bit of sanding with the palm sander. So guys, this is after about an hour and a half of sanding. As you saw, I used a palm sander and I also did quite a bit of just hand sanding. But altogether it took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and this is the final product after that time. So guys, now we're going to be making the handle. I have this piece of pine. I did cut the end off it because it was too long. But as you can see, I've marked how far down the axe head is going to be going. And then I've also drawn the eye. But what I did was, I didn't cut it. I made the eye when I drew a little bit larger than it was on the axe. The main reason being is you can take wood off, but you can't put wood back on. So what I did was I did that, and then we'll shape it down when we get to the desired size and when it fits snugly. So I'm going to put it in the vise and I'll get back to you as soon as that's done. So guys, to cut this I will be using a Japanese saw. So let's get cutting. So we're just going to run it down couple times before we start cutting, and there we go. And basically we're just going to cut down to where I marked for the length of the head of the axe, and then I'll get back to you as soon as I have that cut off. So guys, now we have that cut out. Now we're going to start shaping this. So I'm going to clean up the saws and stuff, put them away, and I'll get back to you as soon as that's done. So guys, I'm just using the chisel a bit, just to get down to the size that I need it to be, as you will see now. So all I'm doing is I'm taking a chisel, I'm going to where I need to take a bit off, and I'm just taking those little bits off. So this is just going to make it a lot easier when it comes to me shaping it with the angle grinder and the belt sander. So whatever makes your life easier, do it. So as I always say, work smarter, not harder. So that's my motto. But yeah. So let me know what you guys think of the videos. If this could take the time to subscribe and share it with all your friends, it would be much appreciated. I just want to thank everyone that took the time to subscribe, and thank anyone that commented on the videos or gave advice or anything like that, or even just ask questions. Like, it's always good to ask questions. It's always good to ask questions. But yeah, so as you can see, that's all I'm doing. Now I'm going to take the wood, turn it around and put it in this way, and do the same as the other side. So again, just starting here, and And then if I need to use the mallet to hit the chisel down, I'll use it. If I can do it with my hand, then I'll do it with my hand. But there are bits that I do need the mallet. So now I'm just about ready to start shaping it with the other tools. So I'm just going to finish this bit off quick and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I'm ready to use a different tool. So guys, now we're ready to use the angle grinder. Again, always make sure to use a mask and goggles. And always be careful when using power tools. But and always make sure you have an adult supervising. So let's do this. So guys, as you can see, this is the eye so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off a bit more material and I'll get back to you guys as soon as it's nearly finished. Right guys, so I've pretty much finished shaping the top that the axe head goes onto. I'll show you now. So as you can see, the axe head goes on. Now I do need to do a bit more. There is a bit of light at places, but when I put in the wedge will fix that. But yes, I do need to do a bit more work on it so that the head will fit onto it fully. But now what we're going to do is we're going to start shaping the handle. So I'm going to start drawing it out now, so I'll get back to you in a minute. Now I'm going to start drawing out the handle shape. So this is just the handle shape that I want to do. There we go. Now I'm just going to go over it and I'm going to just outline it better for you guys so I can show you better. So I'll show you now. So this is what I've done up the top where the eye is, and then we come down along the handle down to the very bottom, and that is basically just the design I have decided that I'm going with. But obviously if you guys want to make a axe restoration video, you can go with any design handle you want. That's just one. I'm going with a pretty basic shape. I'm going to go in and get dinner now, so we'll continue this project tomorrow. Guys, so it's another day and another time to do the handle for the axe. So as you saw before I went in last night, I did the top that the axe head goes onto. Now we're going to start shaping the handle. So I'm going to put it in the vise. I'll get back to you in a minute. So guys, on this side where the drawing of the handle is, I'm going to just take a saw. I'm just going to saw down to it. So And I'm pretty much just going to do this throughout the handle, as you can see, straight down. And I'm going to do this throughout the handle, and then we'll come in with the chisels and the angle grinder. So I'm going to continue this. I'll get back to you as soon as that's done. So see you in a minute, guys. So guys, now what we're going to do is, as you can see, I just went down along with the saw and saw places down to the mark, and that's just going to be when we're chiseling, we can get rid of those bits. So I'm going to put it back in the vise. I'm going to start using the chisel. So I just have a standard beveled edge chisel, and all you do is you go at the end, where you're starting, you get your mallet and you just break away bits like that. And because you've cut here, what happens is when you get down to that, instead of it carrying on, because you cut, it's just going to break off, as you will see now. Now see how it's just breaking here where the saw cut is, and just continue this down the whole handle, and it just makes using the angle grinder and the belt sander a lot easier. You always want to be mindful that you don't go too far down with the chisel, because you could mess it up. As you can see, I'm taking this bit now. You don't have to take everything all in one go. All you want to do is get down, and then you'll just keep coming back. So for instance, I'll go up to here, and I'll come back down here, and I'll bring it down further. I'll come back again and bring it down again. I'll just keep doing that throughout the handle. So just continue this down the whole handle. Now yes, you could use a spoke shave, but I don't have a spoke shave, and you could use a draw knife, but I'd rather use the chisel for this bit. Okay, so we're almost down to the line here, and you don't want to go all the way down to the line, because you could take a chip out and then won't be able to repair it. So what you want to do is you want to take it down as close as you can get it, and then use the angle grinder or belt sander to take the rest down. Now don't be worried about the saw lines, such as these here, because when we are using the angle grinder, we will remove all that, so there's nothing to worry about there. I'll just show you now. Basically, all you're doing is, see the way I'm bringing it down, and just continue that throughout the whole handle, and on the other side, and then you can start using the angle grinder. Now, you mightn't really need to do this side, but I'll decide when I get there if I'm going to do it or not. But I'm going to finish this bit, and I'll get back to you as soon as that's done. So as you can see, I've taken away the wood that was all here. I didn't take too much off this because I will take the rest off with the angle grinder. Now we're going to flip it around and do this side. Chisel. As you can see, we got quite a bit of material off. Now we're going to start using the angle grinder to shape it and all. So again, when using the angle grinder, wear a mask, goggles and a pair of earmuffs. Now, obviously, guys, it's not finished yet, but I'm going to go in and get some lunch now. I'll continue this in about 2-3 hours. So, guys, I'm back from lunch. I'm going to continue this. feels good. Now we're just going to have to do a bit of hand sanding, and it'll be ready to put onto the axe. So I'm going to go get the sandpaper. I'll see you in a minute, guys. Now we're going to start sanding, guys, so. So guys, after hours of work, it's finally ready to go onto the axe head. So I'm going to get it now and we'll put it on. But first we have to cut the slot so that the wedge can go in. So I'll go do that, I'll get back to you in a minute, guys. So guys, as you can see, I cut the slot for the wedge. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the axe head. So guys, now I have the axe head. I'm going to put it on. And then we need a hammer to put it on. So hammer it down a bit more. And we can get it a bit more. I'm just going to finish putting it in and then I'll come back to you guys in a minute. So guys, as you can see, I have two blocks here and here, just so the handle can go in properly. So and it's in. Now there is a bit of space, but the wedge will fix that. And plus, I did make it so when it goes down, there is a taper so it gets bigger. So now we're going to put the wedge in. What I want to do is I want to get a bit of wood glue. Just a bit of wood glue, put it up. And then here's my wedge. Now I do have another metal wedge I'll put in, but I can't seem to find it at the minute, so once I find it I'll put it in. But that probably won't be in the video. But just a dollop of glue, spread it on both sides. Now what we do is we put it in to the slot. We take our hammer, a mallet, whatever we have, and we hammer it in. Now we just get a bit of tissue, we wipe away the excess, and then I'll show you. As you can see, the wedge is in. Now there is a bit of a gap up here, but as I said, it tapers down, so the gap will be filled down near the bottom, and I will put another bit of wood in just to fix that gap. But yeah, so just make sure that wedge is all the way down. And yeah, so that was the axe restoration video. It's not finished yet. I'm going to take this over and we're going to put a bit of a burn on the handle. It feels nice, and we're going to also give it a test. So I'm going to bring this over, we'll have a look with the blowtorch, and we'll give it just a bit of a char, and then we'll go split some sticks. So guys, now I have the blowtorch, I'm going to use the lighter to light it. I do have adult supervision. Show yourself. So I do have adult supervision, so I'm just going to light the blowtorch. I'm just going to lightly char the handle. Try to heat a bit. So guys, as you can see, I've charred the handle. It's looking really good. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really good. So now we're going to see if we can split a stick with it. So this is a piece of oak, and now we're just going to split the stick with it. So guys, as you can see, it can split sticks. So that was the axe restoration video. Thanks for 50 subscribers, guys. I really appreciate it. So thanks to all that have shared my videos, who have subscribed, who have left comments, who have done all that stuff. I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching, guys. See ya!